Alright, so again, same thing. It is completely reasonable to ping the item in the middle and send somebody to go grab it. It's also reasonable to pull the stuff to you, but it's not reasonable to go to it. You can grab that, Vin. So the reason it's okay to pull is when hordes come or things get aggroed, if there's other things near them, how should I say this? There's a mechanic such that constantly, if something is aggroed to you, it'll send a little check in the vicinity. It's like, is there anybody in my area who's not aggroed? Oh, okay, well now they're aggroed too, right? So when a horde spawns back here, it'll pull all this trash anyways. So it's better to divide and conquer, right? So pull the stuff now rather than inevitably let it get pulled when a horde comes. Unless they're going to be so fast that you never kill it. So it's a judgment call. But in pubs, I would just always pull. But I would never go to it.
That makes sense. That's why I was in the bad habit of, like, shooting that one. Or not assassin, but...
Okay, no further.
Plague Monk.
There's a boss trigger, right? Starts right there. And if you get a boss, like, you almost always get a horde really soon after this. And you end up with boss plus horde, which is just not fun. It's even reasonable. Like, this back right corner is cool. Oh, I forgot to kill the boss again. Kill the bot. And let's pull back through the clip. Pull back through the choke. And it's okay to play the choke, but shading right. So if we have to, we can retreat as a unit. Know where your teammates are in situations like this. So if you have to have a new plan, it's easy. Yep, we're back along the wall. Now we're playing the wall. That's the third wave, so we're done. You guys want to push health? I'll check back for items real quick.
Okay.
Heal?
Is that always true that hordes are just 3 waves?
I think sometimes it's 2 actually, but it's never 1.
And it's never more than 3?
No.
Oh, interesting.
They call these arrows.
That's there's their troll, right? There's the troll. Shrapnel. Ow. Was there an unexpected... Yeah, I didn't hear them. I actually did not hear those at all.
I didn't either. I saw him coming over the wall.
Hit it if you can. Hit it if you can. Okay, I think we just made it. So once that first phase is over, if you have to stabilize, there's tons of time to do it, right? Because he's not going to regen again. He's not going to go through another regen. Easy done. Cool. Another horde soon, but it's okay to go down. Yep, there it is right there. You don't want to play too deep in this corner, but we have enough control. We're not going to get pushed into it.
Okay.
Hey, if somebody's in chat and wants to join, I have one slot. I'm looking for legend players interested in learning kata. You must own Winds of Magic expansion, because that also won't work. Okay, so this is why I usually don't let us get pushed in corners anymore. You get...
What happened? I didn't see.
Well, it's not necessary. It's easy to have one guy come around a corner, like right here or something, and do tons of damage. We usually don't actually play corners since Vermintide 1 ended.
Okay.
You play walls instead. So if there's too much pressure, you can give up space. Like, a position that limits the number of angles that you have to play in and doesn't leave you too exposed to specials, that's good. One that does all of those things, plus gives you viable places to escape if you need to give up space, that's even better.
Ouch.
Oh. I ruined that. Muddy.
Oh, I thought you got him. That's my bad. Okay. Well, we'll take a second to see if anyone wants to join too. So we're not going to push. We'll give them a second. There's a mechanic,
This isn't over.
and we used to lose it a lot more when the game is harder, where the person that has to respawn will respawn a certain amount of progression in front of you. So the further back you are, that's a horde spawning. But like dying. There's a bad spawner right there. Will somebody clip that? There's a bad spawner. I want to tell Fat Shark about it. Get away from this wall. Get away from this wall.
Bring it down.
Go left wall. Unfortunate. A little left. Left, 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 left. There's too many. Keep going.
Sneak rats in the shadows.
Did I get him? It's a Packmaster front. Assassin back. I got the Packmaster.
Packmaster done.
Okay. We can push it in. We can get it. We can get it. Here we go. Push back uphill. Bash uphill. We got assassin behind you.
You look better, Ruger. Such a delicate flower, aren't you?
You got it. So we got a short spawn, right? Look how close that is. We were here. He spawned right there. So if all you're playing for is to loot, right? Then it's all about efficiency, and it's not worth it, and blah, blah, blah. But if you're playing to maximize chance at winning, like if you're doing something actually hard, then that strategy is very useful.
Sure, definitely. That makes sense. Bad dwarf spawned behind the wall.
Yeah, that's a good question. What does the banner do? And that's absolutely correct. It gives a flat HP buff, and it gives us a regeneration bonus. So if you can snipe them out, it's a really powerful thing. So left wall, get to the left wall, push forward and get to the left wall. Now we can get a patrol, but we cannot get a boss, because you can't get 2 bosses in a row. We also could get nothing on this trigger. So this wall, come, and I want to get away far enough away to get away from these archers. I want to sight the archers. Out, back. Get rid of ult res, thank you. So the other thing I was going to say is I don't like tempo ults very much against Horde, where you just kind of ult to get through a Horde faster. Because it means you don't have it if you need it. Like if the Merc went down, he was our only saving ult, we wouldn't have had a saving ult to snipe it.
That makes sense.
There are assassin eyes in the dark. Ha! Dead assassin. Not more tight.
Ow!
Watch yourselves!
Oh, is there one?
Archer!
Yeah.
Okay.
Also bonus.
You guys can eat it, I'll get this kit.
Medical supplies, over here! The furnace!
Do I make it? Hello? Can I switch? Oh, interesting, you can't.
Case vial. Mayflies!
While using medkit, you mean? Can't switch?
Yeah, I couldn't switch while using it. I had to let go. I didn't know about that interaction. The one input needs to eat the other input. I don't think people give credit to how hard it is to make a good set of controls. Okay.
Ammunition.
Cool. More heals.
That heavy tread, arrogance and every step. It's a Chaos Warrior.
I'll pull.
Have a care. That's a Chaos Warrior.
We normally drop here, so let's just do it.
Can I strat?
We want to get away from this wall when we get a chance, though.
No sorrow for
Just
dead
because special
Batman.
spawn here. So I like to climb up the other side of this, the orchard, rather than this side.
This is nothing.
Keep pulling back along the wall.
This wretch doesn't.
Huh, more than enough, huh?
The Blight Storm is finished.
Okay. Remember, don't get stuck in the corner. Get a save. Oh, we already used our saving. That's unfortunate. Don't get stuck in this corner.
No more Kruber. Just how it is.
Okay. Might have been incorrect to go.
My disdain alone will fell you.
It's a little too aggressive.
Dance to the gods! I'm not ready!
I'm not used to this hook build push stab yet. I keep getting hit after the push.
If only I had that move speed. I'd get away so easily.
We're just up ahead.
Over there, Lumberfish.
No, not quite.
Chaos Warrior.
If I had any defensive stats. That is the downside with daggers, though. Extremely low clutchability without move speed. So basically any other melee weapon would have clutched there. Sword dagger would have been fine, blah, blah, blah. Also could have done up and downs. All right, no problem. Let's give it another shot. The call to drop there was a little aggressive. If we were playing super conservatively, we were pretty close to another horde. We would have just taken the horde on the other side. It would have been easy, lots of room to kite. But I mean, I'm fine that we did it because it has a huge teachable moment. The teachable moment is anytime you do a drop down, that is when the party is at most jeopardy of dying. Because as soon as you do a drop down, it means you've just given up all of your movement options. Like behind you, you had so much space. You okay, Vince?
I dropped.
Okay. So when on the other side of the ladder, when we could have retreated, we had tons of space, right? We had like half a map's worth of space. So even if we faced huge amounts of pressure, we had so much we could retreat and still get value. But we didn't kill those two Chaos Warriors fast, which we should have, but whatever. Sometimes your DPS fails. So we got huge amounts of pressure from that in the banner, and we didn't have a lot of room to retreat, and we had to retreat forward into yet more spawns, which is always a risky thing, and therefore we threw. That was a throw. That was like a decision-making throw. Can you show talents? Yes. How do you join? Exclamation point, play with me.
Why
I need
did you
one more.
say dual daggers were like the one melee weapon for her that wouldn't let you clutch that because of stamina? Or
Correct. 100%
Would
correct.
I lie about something like that?
I was wondering if there was something else as well.
No, it's 2 stam. 2 stam. Well, technically 4 stam, but whatever. You need Winds of Magic, you need Legend experience, and you need to get on the Discord.
Do I play or do I check my mods for issues? Not like this.
Hey, Saradale, that is a tough call. They were supposed to give you guys early access. Did they do that, or did they let you down?
Rain won't stop them.
Do you need to have Kata unlocked?
We're not fighting
Ooh.
out dwarf nobles.
I guess yes. I guess the answer is yes. You need to have Kata unlocked as well, else you can't join, right? I'm not crazy. Host, everyone needs to have Kata unlocked, right? Not just host?
Correct.
Okay. It's a good question. So do we have one more person that meets all of these qualifications? Legend experience, wants to learn some Kata stuff, has Kata unlocked, can join the Discord? I think the release a game a week early and call it a beta is so weird, because think about it. Just to be clear, the pre-release beta dropped, but you had to pay money to get into it, and progress continued. So It's just semantics. That's called releasing a game, as far as I understand.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I
have
agree.
to endure the
I
sight
think it's
and
more
sound
just like
of
in
it
case there's any
every single
critical
day,
flaws, and it's like,
it
oh, well, it's a
drains my
beta, so it's okay if we
sanity.
reset.
Apparently,
Yes,
I'm
that's
not
what I
as
thought.
good at
It's
shutting out
marketing.
the world as
That's
I
what it
used to
is.
be.
It's managing expectations, but it's a good thing. Hey Mochi, welcome back. Thanks for the 2 months. How you doing? You're gonna have to change that name because I'm not referring to you as that.
I've had to
You should be able to join now, dude.
declare the roof off limits. The tree likes the light. Hates in
Let's call him. Maybe we'll call him Bill.
especially.
Bill.
I changed it to the same as my
Is
Twitch
it gone
name.
yet?
Okay.
I need more inspiration. That last adventure was so... yesterday.
Tough crowd, isn't she?
So Captain,
Can't argue with
Hello.
the
Cap.
ballast.
We'll have to call you Cap. All right, cool. We can switch the maps, so we can. You know, why don't we just do it again, so we can keep illustrating the decision making.
Katrine had a request, but I'm glowing like
All right. So far, the things we've been focused on. I don't know if you've saw what we already did, Cap. Is we've been focusing on positioning as you progress through a map, and the decision making that goes behind when to progress and when to wait.
she's a
And that
Yes,
one
I saw
takes time. It takes time because you got to get a feel for when the hordes are coming, and you got to get a feel for where the boss triggers are. I do not know every boss trigger, but I think the
You don't think
first
you should
boss
work to
trigger in
control
every
your
map is really
fire
important.
Yeah.
Because a lot of maps have an early boss trigger, right? And they have an early drop down. And those two things together are deadly because usually that drop down and that boss trigger and the amount of time it takes to get there from start to that drop down is about the same amount of time to get a horde. So you end up with no room to move, a horde, your first wave of specials, and a boss. You wipe, everyone rages, and quits instantly in quick play. So like learning how to control that first boss trigger so you don't insta wipe on the first boss trigger, that'll hugely increase your win rates, and it'll increase, like if you're playing with pre-mades and such, people won't rage nearly as much, which managing morale is like super important in any game.
There's a potion.
Is the horde timer static throughout the map?
There it is.
That it's got a huge amount of randomization, and there's another system in place that changes phases, and during phases the horde timer gets paused. So that goes by saying that no, but you get a feel for it over time, but you could never know it exactly.
Okay.
Like sometimes it's way longer than you think. So again, we're intentionally pulling, but not going over. I'm not a huge fan of these insanely far distance archer spawns.
Yeah.
I think their max range needs to be turned down.
Oh, they are.
Cool. So that's usually a good indicator your first horde is soon. Because what that means is you're out of the opening phase of the game where nothing can spawn. So all I'm trying to do is pull. That's patrol. Is that patrol? Am I crazy? Yes.
No.
Yeah, there is.
Wall. We super want to dodge this. To the point where I won't even ult. If we had a strong party and we're just goofing, we do it. I'm actually okay.
Look at that armored
I'm actually okay with
brute.
waiting
More
this.
plate than sense.
But we can move. We'll risk it.
Many lives have been lost.
We'll go far right here. I'm gonna check inside for items, but we're gonna go far right.
Ha! The scourge of heretics lectures me on compassion.
Someone should.
You mean to say you'd fight for my kind if we needed you?
Leech is half.
On this occasion, we have no salvation to bring.
Alright, it's fine. We can play bananas. Firebomb. If you're on shrapnel, it's a good thing to have for a horde.
A bomb here. Strike them down.
The pack gonna come back this way.
Cool. Cool.
Yes,
Let's
they
push
go
forward.
back.
We're gonna push forward and go right over the fence and keep going. We're not gonna risk it at all. So up and over. You can grab that draft, that's fine. And then let's go. Up and over. Don't stay along this wall, go to the other wall. Much less of drop down, and keep going. Keep going, keep going. It's completely reasonable to move during a horde in Vermin 2. It's not that hard. Keep going. Hopefully I didn't pull that horde. Okay, cool. Fight this wall, this wall, this wall. Right here.
Why am I on fire?
Probably gonna not be able to hit that, so go along the wall, forward, pushing forward along the wall. Nice and easy. This is nice and easy. It's not worth it to risk hitting it because I might pull the patrol. Cool. We'll progress along the left wall. It's cool to pull stuff to us, but stay along the left wall. Don't make the mistake people make of going up into the fields. You want to get... Cool. Cool. We'll push nice and fast along this. There's a chance of a boss up here, so I want it as soon as possible in between the two horde timers. Push hard, nice and fast. I will check for items here, but I'll pull as little as possible because we can actually dodge all of this. Keep coming. Nice and hard. There it is. That's fine. I'll do the first level Shrap. You want to share that speed potion with one of us?
Yeah.
We need to kill him nice and fast.
That's what worship of the Dark Ones gets you, Lumberfoot. Aim that flame elsewhere, wizard.
Nice.
You want to be shot? Get clear.
Easy peasy. So horde timers soon. We're gonna get it in this field, which is super easy along this left wall.
Storm vermin.
There's another drought here. If somebody wants it.
Okay.
A straggler comes. You should kill it quickly. No sorrow for dead Packmaster.
Cool. So the mistake we made last time was saying, oh, we've got enough time, and we dropped up here. So we won't make it again. Instead, we'll just pull and wait for the horde timer. Yep, there it is. I will pull, though. Okay, cool. We're going to fight along this wall and retreat right along the wall as necessary. As necessary. With Skaven hordes, it's usually they don't usually exert enough pressure to force you to move. We're just slaying as fast as possible, so we have maximum time in between hordes for progress. Go up and over. Keeping left. Used one too many heals there.
Yeah, sorry. I thought there was another extra.
Real way to treat them. The poor trees are screaming. Can you not hear it? Rattling gun.
Second gunner, same spot.
Gunner's dead.
Good shot. We want to get this key for fast. We might be able to just beat the horde timer. But if we're too slow on these elites, we'll give it a rest and we'll just kill out the horde and keep it nice and slow. Alright, where's that key? There it is. Get ready by the dwarven. We have just enough time. Can you pop a shrapnel into the boss? was so tight.
Oh, Kruber, you got it?
Keep your manners, I'll help you with that scroll.
Are you showing your true southwest?
Control! It's about to vomit!
Bloody hell, Thierry, you're stalking my undeserving
Good.
arse.
Luminaire! Bring it down! At last!
Oh, hello.
Luminaire's dead.
It's fine. He's fine. Keep retreating and pull this horde over here. Over here. Minimize how close we are to the drop downs. You abort the reaction time against specials, which is always a good thing. And it also linearizes the fight against. I got him. It linearizes the fight against hordes. And the fewer angles you're fighting in, the more you can help yourself and help each other, excuse me. And also, with the stagger system, it's more likely somebody else hit them, so more likely you're getting that free 40% damage. Or maybe somebody's even learning that one where it gives everybody a little extra damage. We're chilling? We're chilling? One more? No, it was 3 waves. Okay, we're good.
Blightstormer, I warned you!
Assassin back.
Come back, stabber! Face
Good.
me, bleed
There is a little
the
jump here.
blade.
The trick is keep to the left on this little chair and then jump. Where are you? Okay.
Keep in the single. And then jump on
I
the
don't see
chair.
it.
No worries. Okay, so if you're actually... Oh, wow. I'm going to pull the field.
Another of these
I don't normally do this, but we were slow.
Eating.
Keep right. So obviously if you're doing books, you keep left, but... That's not.
That sorcerer, warping the winds.
Really?
Storm vermin.
We'll just take a little look-see. Oh, wow, it's super light. This spot sucks, though. Fine. Back, 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 back. Back, 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 along the wall. Keep going. Don't stop. Okay, you're good. Pull back. We're getting surrounded. How did that not kill that gas rat? What the hell? Can somebody please clip that? I want to send that to Pryturn. I want to send that to the devs. Cool. So again, the deal is, look, we were here, and they're starting to get a full surround on us, and what do? We pulled out of the envelopment, and now suddenly it's more linear, right? And we also widened our line a little bit. We widened our line from the wall to keep them from getting around us. And you thought all your hours playing Total War was for nothing.
I'm not afraid of your testicle!
That kid.
Really?
I wonder if it's because of how slow it is. Like it was locked, and when I let it go, or when I pushed it and let go in one loop motion, but the cast time made it so it was missed by the end. And it's the user experience issue. User interface. Like, you know how with a gun you push the button, right? And it fires. That's just the mechanic. It's not you push the gun and then some internal stuff fires, then it happens and then it fires. In a video game, you push the button and the gun fires. I wonder if I'm treating True Flight that way, like old Vermintide 1 True Flight, and it's not working that way. There's a cast time. So by the time it finishes that little cast time, it's no longer locked. And that would be an easy thing to fix. Oh, I'm gonna push forward, left, push forward, left. Look like you're about to let yourself get surrounded.
You'd look better, Cooper.
Yep, exactly. We're pushing forward along the wall. Exactly. Very good.
Oh,
It's fine. We got saving ults. Super easy res.
Oh,
It's alright. So, next level thing. Notice how many saving ults we have? We have 3, right? It's super easy when you put people who are decent at pubs but haven't played in coordinated teams that much together for them to over-invest ults in response to like a critical situation. So you'll have 3 saving ults and you will use 3 saving ults, which is bad because if you need one 2 seconds later, you don't have it. So you kind of get used to it playing with the same people, like, oh, that guy always does it first if he has it up. But some explicit comms can be okay, or some decision-making rules, like whose ult is most useless, lowest cooldown, that kind of thing. I don't like up there. I don't love here either, but it's okay. I was talking too much and I forgot to call. That's my fault. So we're trying to make sure we keep this left open in case we have to retreat. Good. So sometimes killing the one super armored target like that will do more to make space for your team than shoving around the 50 other things next to it. The way the slot system works in this game, in other words, the system that determines what enemy does what and which enemy moves forward and which moves backwards, the big ones get a priority. So if there's one KS warrior, he's never going to sit in the back and wait for the other dudes to kill you. He's going to come forward, right? And he's huge, and he shoves you around, and you can't stagger him. So just one KS warrior alive in a horde will add a lot more pressure. So having one character who can snipe out those KS warriors, or focus firing them at the very beginning of the horde before the real pressure from everything else hits, is usually a huge deal. It's also why shields are so strong right now, because it means that that situation just doesn't exist. So if you could snipe him out real quick, it changes everything.
that makes sense.
Okay, now that look, there's a drop down here. What do most teams do wrong right now?
Drop before pulling any of the crap.
Drop before the horde hits, exactly. So this is an event. The events work on different things. Some of them work on timers, and some of them work on location. This event works on location. Every time you make a little bit of progress, a preset number of things spawn. So if you run really fast, it's very easy to get what's called double waved.
Okay, is that the same as the garden at the end with the chains? If you chop all the chains down really quick?
Oh, yes, those are triggered. There's some triggered waves there too at the very end. That's correct. But most of what's spawned there is timer based. Like Horn of Magnus, for example, is 100% timer based. This is 100% or nearly 100% trigger based location. This does not feel really any harder than the original. Am I crazy?
I mean, we're not.
So we're going to snipe him out as soon as we can. And now this fight's easy. It's just infantry. Actually, it's easy anyways. Where is everything? So in this event, there's actually no tactical advantage, really, to moving any faster than move a little bit, kill all the things, move a little bit, kill all the things, which I hate.
Okay.
I hate that that's the answer, but they did it this way, so now you have to either choose to intentionally be dumb or play boring. I like timer-based events better, because it means speed matters more.
Sure. More skill gets rewarded that way, I guess.
And here's the other thing. Weaves act almost exclusively like this event. Okay, yet again, we want to pull back to the soldier.
Like behind the cages?
Yeah, it's okay. And see if you can get a little bit of damage on that Chaos Warrior. And now it's easy. Okay, we can pull up a little bit. fighting as you go is just fine. So conversely, guys, now that you know how the mechanic works, if you ever have a pub party that's pissing you off and you want to troll them, just rush faster through this event. Ditto with weaves. If you ever wanted to troll them, you have 100% control over the spawn rates. You get to choose when things spawn. Oh, I hope I didn't hit you.
It didn't do much.
Really?
I thought it would do more on Kata.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Oh, Kruber's got. Well, he's up there. I'll grab it.
Another little thing people do wrong here, positioning-wise, is they choose to fight up here. And let me show you why that's bad. You're in a little platform with no space. You're at a climb-up spot, so the slot system is not respected. They're all going to just come here, right here. So you end up with mass elites right in your face. You can't possibly control them all. You can't possibly see every overhead that's coming. You're just asking to eat an overhead. Remember, we already did this once, playing on a spot just like this. We can go, it's fine. But we already made a mistake of playing with too many elites climbing earlier. And I think Soldier went down? Is an assassin up, actually?
Whoa. I don't even know what was hitting me.
See? A potion!
Oop!
Your aim is as crooked as your models.
And here, we're just going to push hard right, moving as a unit.
Hold the line, mate.
People are often scared to run in this game. Just trust it. Just dodge a little bit. If you've ever watched my video on dodge jumping and using a slower weapon, you'll do that when under direct pressure. But else, honestly, if you're the slowest person, you should be the most aggressive person. You should be running first. And let the people who have mobility... What the hell? Did anybody see that one?
I saw you pause for a second. I didn't see what happened though.
Okay, chat, please clip that one too.
He survived your auto.
You aim it, sir. Got the runners now.
All right, we're good to go. So yeah, if you have slower mobility, you should be the first person running. Let the person who has a lot of mobility be the back guard. A lot of the biggest mistakes people with high mobility make during a movement scene is they're like, oh, time to go, derp to derp, here I go. And they're the fastest. They have the most mobility. They have the easiest time getting away, right? But who do they leave behind to take all the enemies attacking them from behind? The ones with the least ability to cope with that. So it's actually, for example, if you're playing Total War and you're trying to get some infantry to retreat or whatever have you, or real-world stuff, you would have the cavalry covering your withdrawal, right? So they'd be in the back harassing and keeping space, right? So
Sure.
That's how you got to think of yourself. If you're a fast character and you're confident in your movement and you're in a movement scene like that, and it's harder to get pubs to do that, but they'll usually run at the end of events. You're the one who should be in the back, but you're not doing it for green circles. You're doing it to make it so it's easy for the other people to get away, right? So you're only doing as much as you need to keep things safe, and you're taking if you take any unnecessary risks and get punished, that means your whole party might just die because you've chosen to run. You've let the pressure build up to the point where it's going to be hard to handle. You're probably not in very good position, right? You're probably not near a wall or anything like that, or safe from special spawns. And now they're going to have to use resources just to get you back up.
Right.
So that's not a good place to be. Anyways, so you rear guard, but you don't do it selfishly. Anywho. Easy peasy?
Yeah, cool. Thanks for the run.
Yep, thanks.